Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the first chapter of it is the second chapter of economics of class 10th. The chapter name is sectors of Indian economy. Students, in this chapter we will discuss how the sectors are closely associated with various type of employment generation, how sectors are important, and how the sectors are classified into various types of in comparison to just like private or public, organized and unorganized. So students, first of all we will discuss the classification of sectors. Generally students, before the classification of sectors we will discuss what do you mean by economic activities. So students, you have to note down that economic activities means the work or the activities which generates income and employment. So economic activity means the structure of works which generates income and work. So the sectors are classified into three types: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Primary sector is directly or indirectly associated with nature. That means the example of primary sector is agriculture and all type of activities which are related to nature directly or indirectly, just like fishing, forest activities, different type of cultivation of honeybees, as well as keeping of animals comes under primary sector. Then the second type of sector is secondary sector. Secondary sector means the another name of secondary sector is industrial sector. So students, you have to remember that in secondary sector all type of industrial activities comes. So in primary sector it is related to nature, secondary sector is related to industries. So when the primary sector goods are converted into new goods, it is the work of secondary sector. So primary sector is agriculture, secondary sector is industry, and the third sector is tertiary sector. The another name of tertiary sector is service sector. So service sector is not creating any type of goods, it only provides service. That means it is unable to create goods, it provides services, and it is very valuable and essential sector, because without the tertiary sector, primary and secondary sector will not function properly. So students, the sectors are classified into how many types? Three types: primary sector, that is agriculture; secondary sector, that is industry; tertiary sector, that is service sector. So the primary sector is related to agricultural activities, secondary sector is related to industrial activities, and the tertiary sector is related to service sector, that is banking, railway, transport, communication and educational system. All type of services comes under the tertiary sector. Now we will discuss what is gross domestic product or what is GDP. The short form of gross domestic product is GDP. Gross domestic product means the value of all the goods and services comes from all the three sectors. The value of all the goods and services comes from all the three sectors in a year. So you have to note down that GDP or gross domestic product means the value or the net value of all the goods and services produced within a year within the geographical boundary of a country. So students, you have to remember that GDP means the net value of all the goods and services produced by all the three sectors of the economy within a year within the geographical boundary of the country. Now we will discuss that how the sectors creates various type of work and how these works also create various type of unemployment. Especially in this chapter we will discuss the disguised unemployment. Students, especially the economies like India facing disguised unemployment, and it is a common type of unemployment in Indian economy, because disguised unemployment means when more people are working in a work or sector without their requirement. You have to note down that disguised unemployment means when more people are working without their requirement. The simple note will you have to note that disguised unemployment means more people are working without their requirement, means when 2 people are required but working 5 people. So it is known as disguised unemployment. Now we will discuss for the creation of employment. Various type of employment generating schemes are created by the government of India, and out of those employment schemes MGNREGA is the most important work generating scheme of the government in India. So you have to note the full form of MGNREGA. MG, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Once again you have to write that Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It is started by the government of India in 2005. Its main aim is to provide basic work facility to the rural people. You have to note that basic work facility to the rural people within their house or home within a 5 kilometer radius for 100 days. How many days? 100 days. What is the radius? 5 kilometer. And the money will be directly transferred to their account. So you have to write the full form, then the year, then its importance. Importance is that it provides compulsory employment opportunity to the rural people of India for 100 days. Now we will discuss how MGNREGA plays a vital role. Students, before MGNREGA, people were unable to get compulsory work. So MGNREGA is there to provide compulsory work to the, especially to the rural people. There is also one type of reservation system in this type of employment generating scheme. There is reservation for women and other people. That means compulsory work is there for the women as well as the backward classes people. Backward classes people means especially those who are related to BPL and other facilities. Now we will discuss the difference between organized sector and unorganized sector. It is very clear that in organized sector, people are getting regular payment. The first point of organized sector is that regular payment. Work duration is fixed. That means 8 hours, 6 hours. It is clearly mentioned. Then people get medical facilities and other facilities and leave facilities. They also get payment for their holidays. But unorganized sector means there is no guarantee of work. Students, you have to remember that in organized sector, the work is guaranteed by the organization, but unorganized sector work is not guaranteed. That means here people maybe get work for 1 day, maybe get work for 15 days or 1 month. There is no guarantee. But in organized sector, the work procedure is guaranteed. Then the duration of work is also fixed. People also get medical facilities, but it is completely opposite to the unorganized sector. That means in unorganized sector, the work duration is not fixed, as well as other facilities are not given to the people. Now we will discuss the classification of activities. Students, classification of activities are two types. One is private sector activities, another is public sector activities. Students, it is very clear that public sector activities means the government activities. That means government services comes under public sector activity, but private sector activity means this type of employment opportunity or activities are created by the private officials or private companies. So in government activities, we all know that there is the fixed duration of work. There may be various type of good opportunities just like medical facility and other gratuity pension facilities, but in private sector there may not be the above facilities available in the public sector employment opportunity. So in this chapter we have discussed the classification of sectors, GDP, then disguised unemployment, importance of MGNREGA, and discussed about the organized and unorganized sector. And in the classification of activities, we have discussed about public sector activities and private sector activities. In the next chapter, we will discuss various question answers of this chapter.